שתבדוק מה קרה.
Now, the Israeli military has stated that it has killed 20 people in Lebanon over the past month, describing those killed as Hezbollah militants. Israel has been striking in Lebanon on a regular basis, and earlier the military said it struck and eliminated Hussein Jabir Dib, a member of Hezbollah's Radwan Force. The army added that operations were carried out to remove threats against the state of Israel. This comes after an Israeli missile attack hit a car in the town of Burj Rahal, killing one person. Local media reported that the attack occurred near a school, which triggered panic among students and prompted parents to rush to collect their children, leading to scenes of fear and chaos. Although a ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah has been in place since November last year, Israel has continued to carry out near-daily strikes on alleged Hezbollah facilities in Lebanon. Dr. Navon joins us once again to discuss this. Dr. Navon, Israel says that it has killed 20 Hezbollah militants, as it puts it, in Lebanon over the past month. How do you read this escalation, and how do you see this moving forward?
Well, first of all, I do not see it as an escalation. I see it as a legitimate Israeli reaction to Hezbollah's attempts to rebuild and to reconstruct itself. The ceasefire agreement, which you mentioned, which was signed a year ago, allows Israel to act on Lebanese soil against the terrorist organization Hezbollah as it tries to rebuild and to rearm. Unfortunately, the Lebanese government has not been able or maybe willing to disarm Hezbollah. And as long as this Shia terrorist militia controlled by Iran continues to try and rebuild its arsenal and its military capability, Israel has, first of all, the duty to act to protect its citizens in the north, but it also has the right to do so according to the ceasefire agreement.
Yes, and of course, the Lebanese government has said that it is working to disarm the group. Of course, this is happening while Israel is striking targets on a daily basis. Do you see the Israeli government and the Lebanese government possibly working together in order to solve this crisis, or do you see that falling flat?
Israel has an interest in normalizing its relation with a Lebanese government that is no longer the hostage of Hezbollah and of Iran. That is for sure. And Israel would like to cooperate with the new Lebanese government. Unfortunately, the Lebanese government is very weak. And as I mentioned before, has very little ability, let alone will, to disarm Hezbollah. So Israel cannot rely on the Lebanese government, unfortunately, to disarm Hezbollah, even though we would like to. And I think it is the responsibility of Western countries to try and free Lebanon from Hezbollah and from Iran. And historically, of course, Israel and Lebanon, Christian Lebanon, had very good relations before it was taken over by hostile Islamic forces.
Why do you say why do you say it's the Western world's responsibility to do that?
Because Lebanon was basically created as a Christian state after World War I to provide a safe haven to the Christians of the Middle East. And the West, especially France, has let Iran, after the Islamic Revolution of 1979, progressively take over this country and impose Muslim rule and push out and push away the Christians. So I think that the West, the Christian West, has a responsibility towards this community for which Lebanon was created in the first place, but has been unfortunately abandoned to radical Islam.
Some brilliant insight there. Thank you very much, Dr. Navon, for taking the time and joining us here on the programme. It's a pleasure to have you. We now move on to our next story, and according to Syrian state media, Israel has established a military checkpoint in Syria's southern Quinteria province. Reports say that Israeli forces entered the town of Jabata al-Kashab with tanks and military vehicles, setting up the post on the road to Ain al-Baya. Damascus has confirmed the move, citing repeated violations of Syrian sovereignty and the 1974 disengagement agreement. Since the overthrow of Bashar al-Assad, Israel has conducted over 1,000 airstrikes and more than 400 ground operations in Syria, according to Syrian officials, while Israel has argued that the 1974 agreement is void. The incidents prompted ongoing de-escalation talks between Syria and Israel. The United States has been making efforts aimed at restoring the ceasefire. Syrian President Ahmed al-Shara is also scheduled to visit Washington next week for talks with President Donald Trump, focusing on regional security and Syria's potential participation in the anti-ISIS coalition.